You're listening to today's inspirational message on the Proverbs with Kurt Bjorklund.
Proverbs 16, verses 18 and 19 say this: "Pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before the fall. It's better to be lowly of spirit with the poor than to divide the spoil with the proud." Proverbs 16 is about the sovereignty of God, and one of the reasons that it's hard to rest in the sovereignty of God is because sometimes we don't trust that God actually knows what he's doing. So if we aren't getting what we think we need or deserve, we start to scheme and strategize how we can get what it is that we think we need. This is kind of what we see in verses 27, 28, and 29. There's three different men mentioned here: the worthless man, the dishonest man, the man of violence. The worthless man, we're told, plots evil, and his speech is like a scorching fire. The dishonest man spreads strife, and a whisperer separates close friends. And then a man of violence entices his neighbor and leads him in the way that is not good. Whoever winks his eye plans dishonest things, and he who purses his lips brings evil to pass. And these are verses that are pointing to this idea of somebody who's willing to scheme to get ahead, plotting evil, using your tongue to tell people things that you think will lead to something good for yourself but can scorch the earth, being dishonest and separating friends by saying things quietly in the shadows or enticing people to things that are not good. And pride going before destruction has this idea of being lifted up, because pride is like an overconfidence, and it means that then there will be a falling in disgrace. In fact, the Hebrew word for pride is geon, and it means to be high, tall, or majestic. And destruction is a shever. So it means it's towering above until we cannot sustain how high we are, and then we fall to the earth and we shatter. And spoil here is the connotation of things that are gained in a dubious manner, so to speak. And so how do we know when we're lifting ourselves up to a dangerous height? Well, one is when we lack any reliance on God, when we're full of self-confidence. Two, when we believe that we have earned or deserved the place that we are. Because even hard work is an element of grace. You and I were given, if you've worked hard and attained something, you were given skills to work hard, health to work hard. You were given some mentors, some models. A third thing that is an evidence maybe we're lifting ourselves up high is a feeling of superiority toward others. And then fourth, an insecurity, a fear and anxiety over what will happen if we lose something and it doesn't work out. I've heard it said that when a frog is on a post, you know that it didn't get there by itself. And I've heard some people say that they keep a picture of a frog on a post in their office because they want to be reminded that they didn't get where they are by themselves, that it took other people, other experiences, even the hand of God to get them there. And what pride does is it leads us to say, I have to have something in order to feel good about myself. And the reason that this fits with sovereignty is because sovereignty, saying it's the Lord who makes the decisions. The lot is cast into the lap, but every decision is from the Lord. The person who commits their way to the Lord, their plans will be established. When we live with that reality, then what happens is we can say, I can work super hard at something, do my absolute best, and now I can leave the results with God, because I don't have to live with the pride that says this is saying something about me. And what's hard about that in our culture is we want to believe that we've earned something, we've made our way, and that has made us somehow what we are. And what is reality is God has given us the opportunities, the resources, the health, the education, the parents, the heritage, all of the things that have led us to where we are. And so his hand has been in it. And sometimes even there's grace in not getting what we think we want. Not maybe making it bigger in some business venture or entertainment industry has allowed us to have our feet on the ground, and maybe it's been grace that we haven't been lifted up and crashed in a way that we would have otherwise. And so trusting God's sovereignty allows us to feel and to know that we don't have to anticipate or long for more, but we can take what God has given and accept it as something that is good and right and beautiful.
Thanks for joining us here today. There's a lot of great content to explore on Orchard Hill Plus and on the Orchard Hill main feed from the weekend. Have a great day.